All right, my friends. Sagittarius, welcome. Welcome to your weekly reading that is also timeless. It is I, Matt. Hi. Anyway, I am here to read for your highest good and your highest outcome as an act of service to you, of course. It is my pleasure to do so. So welcome to your weekly reading. Today we are rocking the Baroque Tarot and the Santa Muerte. And then I also have the Mondac Lenormand here. For some potential advice at the end of our tarot spread. Yeah, so I'm very happy that you're here. Thank you so much. And if you are returning, of course, welcome back. Love that. If you came back, that really makes my day. So awesome. Let's get into it. 3 cards of general energy for you, Sagittarius. All right. Do one more shuffle here and we'll get right into it. These were thoroughly pre-shuffled, but I always feel compelled to shuffle them again. I don't know. Okay, we've got the Knight of Swords, Lord of Swiftness. We have the Four of Pentacles. It's kind of a juxtaposed energy there. That's interesting. And we have the Page of Pentacles. Okay. Underlying the deck right now is the High Priestess. The High Priestess. Yes, your intuition, your inner knowing, following your gut instinct. What I think is going on, Sagittarius, it looks like there's been a period of time where you've been very protective of your financial situation, protective of your material situation in general, and just been sort of in a stagnation and unable to move forward for whatever reason. I think this Page of Pentacles is really just an opportunity being presented to you that is maybe just kind of come out of left field. It's not something you are anticipating, but it's really taking you from the stagnation into this super gung-ho energy. Like this is like full steam ahead, full blast, you know, this Knight of Swords. I kind of I don't know. I almost wonder if the Page of Pentacles is like in this energy too. You might just be very stuck at the moment, but you've got an opportunity and you've got somebody that wants you to like basically, you know, jump off a cliff with them. Something like that. We'll dive in a little deeper here. I do, for whatever reason, Sagittarius, that Four of Pentacles does feel kind of like yours. Guarding. Yeah. Not taking actions, of course, because you don't want to expose your pentacles, right, from the feet. But what's really standing out to me more than anything is this guarding of your heart. That pentacle that's over the chest. Something is about your heart being guarded. More so than, Two of Cups. More so than the others so much. I think the head, like, I'm not too worried about the head because the underlying energy being the High Priestess, I feel like that is something like your third eye and your crown are opening. I mean, there's illumination behind as well. I think that's shifting. So if you've been a little bit intuitively blocked or not trusting your instincts, I think that's changing. I think you've been that way because you've had obviously pain in the past, and so the guarding of the heart is definitely there. But there's a new opportunity, one that may require swift action. You know, that offer of a pentacle, it's really interesting, that messenger. There's an opportunity. All right, now clarifying the Knight of Swords, we've got the Nine of Wands and the Nine of Swords. Okay, Nine of Wands, Nine of Swords. Let's get one more for you here. I'm going to do 2 more shuffles. If nothing pops, 1 more shuffle. Right. 3 of Cups. Okay. Underlying the deck is the 2 of Pentacles. There's a change that needs to occur. It's something that'll be bringing a balance to your life, you know, a harmonious change, so to speak. I like the way the butterfly is represented here because that does imply some transformation as well. I think there's fear around it. I think there's definitely fear around it, and also there's so much in this particular one. There's so much orthodoxy implied. The priest with the Bible and the swords going through the mind. It's like there's all this cognitive dissonance because there's a set of established beliefs or presuppositions that you may be experiencing that sort of conflict with what's going on, and it makes it very, very hard to feel secure. I mean, it's, it's all that confusion and mental anguish, the Nine of Wands is traditionally, it's the wounded warrior, this is interesting though. This it actually is dressed, this is actually dressed as Santa Muerte in this deck, which is death, and she's reaping those wands, which is interesting because the Nine of Wands is so much about persistence and like kind of insisting on your manifestations or whatever it is you're going after. You're holding fast to it, and it's about to be harvested. It's about to be harvested, but there's a lot of worry here, and it's because it's so swift. I mean, the Knight of Swords this is such a fast energy. It's probably terrifying. Something is moving very, very quickly, and it's got you concerned because it's like the quickness of it is volatility. There's so much volatility in it. I think that you will be ultimately in a mode of celebration. I mean, there's definitely with other people here. There's certainly something collaborative in nature, but this is a very happy energy. So I think the swiftness is probably going to work in your favor. Again, it's going to bring something into balance in your life and be sort of transformative. So seems very positive, but that Nine of Swords energy is so sticky, and it just feels like tradition, orthodoxy, or presuppositions. There's some structure some belief that you hold, and now there's an extreme amount of cognitive dissonance because life is sort of showing you otherwise, and also asking for fast motion, and that could be terrifying. Regarding this Four of Pentacles that we elaborated on so much, we have the lovely, lovely Magician here. There's an alchemy that is occurring in the mind. There's Blue Lotus on the table. There's alchemy occurring in the mind. It's your perspective is shifting, and I've ranted about this before many times on this channel, but the Magician, the primary magic that occurs within the Magician is simply the alteration of your state of mind. You can't, making lemonade out of lemons, right? Something shifts with you, and you have a perspective shift and a mental shift that really allows you to take the creative actions in your external world that work to your favor. The real magic isn't the end result that occurred outside of you. It's what occurred inside of you. We got the Knight of Wands here. The very passionate knight. Very passionate. The caveat is the Knight of Wands can get easily, that passion can burn out, and then they go on to another thing. So there's not a lot of staying power here with the Knight of Wands. But it's so much... The Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands are so much the opposite of that Four of Pentacles energy that I think it's really positive. It's probably kind of bringing something into balance for you, Sagittarius. All right, let's get one more card for Sagittarius about this Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. All right, one more shuffle here. Sagittarius. All right. Final card. Whoops. That bad. Final card is the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, more balance. More balance in your pentacles too. This is a equilibrium of your financial life. So something is Also, I feel compelled to note it's an increase in pentacles. We were clarifying the Four of Pentacles. So that motion, the alchemy in your mind, and this newfound passion that's sort of propelling you forward is bringing a balance to your financial situation. So it can also represent like you could have a big financial boost, and there's a call to be sort of to be generous with that. If you're experiencing a sudden financial boost or you're doing really well, there's sort of a question that's posed by the Six of Pentacles, which is like, are you going to use it to benefit others around you as well as yourself, you know? And that's not I think that's everybody's individual choice. I'm not implying that you should give your money away. It's really your choice. But there's kind of a call to generosity at the same time. Just for what it's worth. A little side note. But let's get some clarification on this Page of Pentacles. I'd like to know more about this because I feel this opportunity, the two knights and this page, I mean, they definitely have something to say to you, Sagittarius. They definitely have an opportunity. I kind of think, in a lot of ways, that Knight of Wands feels like something you're going to tap into within yourself. A fire is going to get reignited within you, which pulls you out of that stagnation that you were in. Four of Pentacles is like fixed income. I'm picking up on fixed income. Like there's some kind of a fixed income. Like it could, so that could obviously could be like a retiree with pension, whatever. But like also salaried positions at a job or something where it is what it is, right? Some opportunity is going to come up that's volatile. Like say in a career sense, it's like maybe you get the opportunity to do sales that's commission based or something, and there's a big risk there. My nose is itching. That's for somebody. But I do think, or just to make sacrifices with your fixed income to, you know, save some money up so that you can then go and make an investment of some kind. But in a very real sense, going from salary to commission-based sales or something very, very, very consistent to very inconsistent. Although not really, we sort of skipped that part. The Six of Pentacles is also very stable. I mean, it's very, very stable. It might even be more to do with investments and like steady increases. But whatever it is, you have a passion about it. Goodness. Yeah. Okay. Regarding the Page of Pentacles, we have the Sun. Heck yeah! Some celebratory energy here. Very happy. Very successful. Assertive, masculine energy. There's a real big pull, Sagittarius, to really like dive into something. I think we have the moon, the sun and the moon. I love that. Your inner world, right? Your hopes, your dreams, your fears too, of course. But like this is something you've dreamed of. There's some kind of opportunity that you've dreamed about for a long time. And I do think there's fear involved with the previous Nine of Swords idea. It's like it's all of it. It's something you really want, but there's risk, but I think you're going after it. The Lovers, partnership. You know, I was picking up on that earlier with Three of Cups, and I don't think I articulated it, but you know, the Three of Cups, even though it's usually a card of like celebrating with friends, it's also enjoying the fruits of a labor in a sense. It's like they're all raising their glass together, but you could almost imply like maybe they made the wine together, maybe they crushed the grapes together. You know, I think that it just has that vibe to me, and I think that there's definitely this Page of Pentacles that's come forward and brought you this message. They're meant to be some kind of partner with you in a very tangible way. So again, if it's like a business opportunity, I think you have a really solid partnership being presented in a sense. The High Priestess underlies the deck right now. This is again that gut feeling, the inner knowing, the intuition. I think that I think that it's you know, we also saw the magician earlier, and it's like the magician and the high priestess almost as a pairing, you know, almost as a couple in a sense, or a partnership. It's like you've got the magician is sort of like the problem solver, and the high priestess is sort of almost like the more of the administrative role, but like, you know, leading from the gut or from the intuition or from the heart, you know. It kind of feels like these two people, it almost feels like a magician and a high priestess. The interesting part, though, that Nine of Swords energy with the collar and everything we were talking about earlier, it feels like a Hierophant, like, again, traditional, right? I wonder about some of that. We've also talked of transformation. I almost feel like maybe you or perhaps, I don't know, I feel like it's probably you. It's like almost coming out of learning how to come out of the traditional role and into the alchemical role. So I kind of feel like you're, again, just to, I know I already said this, but to overemphasize it, it's like I feel like you're kind of coming into this magician energy from a place of tradition. Oh yeah, the high priestess. Yeah, the high priestess is here twice. Okay, with that Lover's card, again, I do feel like it's a collaborative thing. So I think that's awesome. And I kind of feel like you're sort of in the magician role of the problem solver guy, and the high priestess is almost this instinctual leader, you know, which is interesting because that's sort of a reversal of like our traditional masculine feminine ideas that we've sort of constructed here. Because the feminine in that sense is taking the leadership, but I guess those of us in the masculine kind of, we really know that's been true the whole time. Wisdom, right? No, our feminine counterparts are literally a beacon of wisdom. So yes, indeed. All right. That's very interesting. All right. Let's get some outcome for you, Sagittarius. 3 cards. Potential outcome. Okay, we have the 7 of Pentacles. So there's definitely a audit. You're auditing the situation. You know, I would like to point out, though, our Pentacles are increasing. 4, 6, 7. There's an audit of the situation. I think you're very... Yeah, I mean, you're still being practical. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with practicality. It just needs to be balanced with, you know, with your fire. All right. We've got the Magician again. We have double Magician here. That alchemy. That alchemy, though. Yes, yes, yes. This shadow, though, this is a different... I don't normally do that, but this is a different magician. This magician has so much... Well, you can see, it's just like... It's darker. The previous magician card in the Muerte is actually quite bright and vibrant, and actually traditionally, it's, you know... The primary background of the weight is yellow on the magician card. That's all about the solar plexus and like that I am sense, but this is very dark. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I love this card, so don't misunderstand. But there's a lack of ego in this card. You see how the hood is over the person. There's no indication of who that is. It's sort of a void. It's a call to humility. It's a call to humility because anybody and everybody could be the magician. Like, I just talked about roles, you know? I just went into that whole spiel about roles of maybe you and this other person. Like, you're the magician and they're the high priestess. Well, you know, they can be the magician too. Anybody you work with can be the magician. In other words, the problem-solving aspect of things, it's like, it's not solely in your court. So just be very mindful of that, I suppose. That's interesting though. It's a call to humility. Yeah. And then we have the Four of Swords. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a potential for some need to rest. There's ego. Again, we're just talking about ego. I feel like somebody's ego potentially could get bruised in this situation as you're sort of working out the kinks of this whole thing. There may be some setbacks. I mean, you are sort of committing to taking some risk in a sense, but that's going to have ups and downs, of course. But you can think of it this way too. This is almost like the Hermit card in that you can, when you're in this mode of rest and recovering from a setback, it's like you do have the opportunity to go within, to meditate, to reflect on what's going on. You have the opportunity to, be in prayer, sort of a manifest from rest. And underlying the deck here is the Ace of Pentacles. So there is a big, that the Page of Pentacles offering that offering of a new pentacle. It's a legit offer. The Ace of Pentacles. There's definitely something. There's something very legit and correct about this. The Lover's card. It's like this partnership, this opportunity. It's solid. It's solid. It may get a little rocky. I feel like there's going to be some setbacks, and I feel like you're going to wonder sometimes. You may question it on occasion, or feel the need to sort of reevaluate everything. That there may be the shadow aspect of the Magician is like, if you start to get into more of a panicked mindset, you may want to be a little more harsh with your actions. That was an acorn that hit the roof. Startled me. Anyway, I think be careful with your alchemy. For what that's worth, positive alchemy is the magic that we do in our heads and our mindset. And negative alchemy is trying to manipulate the external world without the internal shift. It comes from the inside out. Trying to do it from the outside in usually fails. Although there are circumstances, obviously, that from the outside, something outside of our control comes in, then we have to deal with it inside. So it is, of course, as within, so without, as without, so within. But instigating emotion from the outside versus the inside is ass backwards. And I don't even know how you do that, really, but I felt like a message I needed to say. Something to chew on, I guess, Sagittarius. Okay, we're doing Lenormand 3-card spread for the outcome. We're starting it off with the bouquet. So we've got a gift. It's an opportunity. I'm going to do 3 more shuffles and then I'll just pull. I don't want to make you just watch me shuffle. You can if you want. It's up to you. Anyway, and then we've got the path. Choices that have to be made. Yeah, it's just a dilemma. Like, I know there's fear in it. What's interesting is it's 22, right? The card 22, which is 4. Breaks down to a 4. That 4 of Pentacles energy that we kicked off the reading with. It's like you're standing at the crossroads. And then we have the Sun, 31. So we have the Sun in the Lenormand and in the Tarot, which is really brilliant. I feel that you have an opportunity to move towards your happiness, and there's a gift being presented, and it's just, you have a choice to make, though. I really feel like what the cards are saying is like, go after the thing. Go after what you want. Like, get out of your chair, open your heart, open your mind, and go after what you want. Sagittarius, those are your choices. there's a gift being presented from the universe in some way. So, Sagittarius, that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for being here. First of all, best of luck with this energy. I hope to see you next week on Fire Fridays. And if you are not subscribed and this resonated for you, please consider subscribing, of course. It would truly bless my heart. Like the video if you liked the video, please. Hit the little button. That's also helpful. It helps you see my videos too, because the YouTube will suggest them again. So something to keep in mind if you feel like participating. I would truly appreciate that. And I hope to see you next week, Sagittarius. Take care.